was wrong. Rewrote the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. Wish your mind wrapped in, wrapped around, wrapped around, wrapped around. Wish.
Hi guys, welcome back to Click, and this is Im. And today we have a special unboxing of some Audio Technica ATH-M50x's. But the special part about these ones is this right here. Now this is a limited edition. It's a matte gray color. Now I've been eyeing these headphones for quite a while, but I just haven't been able to pull the trigger. I'm kind of the kind of guy that likes to get something a little bit different, something that's a bit unique. Even if it's a popular product like an iPhone, for example, I like to put my own twist on it, something a little bit different, just to make it my own. So I saw the regular black and white versions of these headphones for the longest time in the Amazon store, and yeah, I heard all the good reviews. I know they were going to sound great, and I know that the build was good. I know that the sound accuracy was on point, but it was just the overall look. It just wasn't doing it for me. And then finally I was up looking again over the last couple of days, and bam, I saw these, and I'm like, oh, I finally I can do it. So I pulled the trigger. So anyway, they just came in on Friday, and I finally had an opportunity to sit down and unbox them. So it's my first time in. Let's see what they look like, let's see what they feel like, and I'll give you a quick sound test off camera, and then I'll come back and give you a few impressions. Alright, so let's get into it. So the box here, it's a pretty big box. On this side here we just have the branding model, and I've loosened up the tab so that I don't drop my little camera setup in the process. On this side, just some branding, the headphones. On the back we have all the specs. Okay, so let me get this into the camera. We've got what comes in the box. We've got the specs in terms of what the range for the headphones are, the build, the color, the coils, the reviews and this and that. So all stuff that's pretty general for most headphones. And that's about it. On the top here, it's just nothing, just branding, and again just branding on the side. So let's get into it and see what's inside. So I've never owned a set of headphones like this that's over the ear. I've always had in-ear headphones. To be quite honest, they're super pricey for me, and the amount of use that I get out of them, it was always a question of, do I really need it? So I finally pulled the trigger. I'm like, you know what, I've been wanting these for like 10 years, so let's finally do it. And I found the ones I wanted, so we pulled the trigger. So let's open it up here. Okay, so we're greeted here with another piece of cardboard, and I feel, okay, so here we are. So the headphones are laid out. They look to be wrapped in plastic, and I just see a corrugated cardboard here. Now inside of here there is some stuff here, so let's just see what's inside. Let me just take this out here. Alright, so we've got some usual books and stuff normally your average dude does never read, so put those to the side. We've got a what seems to be a leather carrying pouch, or a pleather carrying pouch I should say, and it feels really good. It does feel like pleather. It's got embossed Audio Technica and a drawstring to keep things nice and snug. The inside here is just a cloth material, so I mean not much protection, but at least something to put them in when they're not being used. That's a good look. So now let's get into the headphones here. Wow guys, these things look fantastic. Let's get the wrapping off of them here. Okay, so I'm loving the metallic finish in the middle here, which looks to be actual metal. They feel cold to the touch, and the rest is a plastic mat. And again on the side we've got some metal here. We've got the soft leather on the top, and again the soft leather on the inside here. Guys, these things look fantastic. They feel great, and we've got some really solid build quality. I guess all the reviews I've been watching on these headphones, nobody was over exaggerating. These things look to be on point. So anyway, let's find out where the rest of the stuff is here. Let me just set these aside off camera for a moment. and then I'll bring them back in once we get this big box off. Okay, so underneath this clever little cardboard piece here, we have what looks to be all the cables. So this one looks to be, let's get this out of the packaging here. Just open it up. So this one here looks to be just a straight up male-to-male headphone jack cable. Now I know these headphones have one side which is proprietary, which has a lock on it. So you got to use these cables. You can't use third-party cables, which is a downside, but you know, I know the cable quality here is pretty high, so I wouldn't be too concerned. They are gold-tipped cables, all of them. So that's one set. And then we have a super long set here, where this looks to be, I think, about 3 meters or so. This one looks to be about 1 meter in length. 1 meter would be, what, 3 feet, 3.5 feet? And this would obviously be 3 times that. And then this is the one that I've been looking for. This has got to be the cable that I've wanted, their coiled version. And you also get a larger adapter for the serious audiophile if you are one. I'm not, so I won't be using that. And what else do we have in here? This is just the instructions regarding the locking cable. And it shows you how to put it in and lock it up and make sure it's nice and secure. And that seems to be it, guys, in terms of the unboxing. There's nothing else in the bottom there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear off this box. I'm going to have a listen, tell you what they sound like, and I'll come back and give you my impressions of what I'm thinking, whether I think they're a go or a no, and what I like and don't like, okay? So bear with me, I will be back. Alright guys, I'm back. So I spent a little bit of time listening to these headphones. I know there's a break-in period for them, so again, I've only had maybe about an hour or so of use, give or take. I've tried them on a few different devices because I know the digital audio controller is different for different phones, and you know, it gives me a good idea of what the headphones can do with the different operating systems and the different hardware and whatnot. So definitely interesting. And for starters, let me just tell you guys, no one is over exaggerating. These headphones are a go. I mean, these things are fantastic. The highs are on point, the lows are clean and crisp, the mids are there, it's tight, it's not, the bass is not boomy, the bass is not, you know, lacking, the highs aren't ear piercing, but they're there when they need to be there. The balance is fantastic. I wish there was a little bit more of a sound stage in some of the songs I was listening to, but I mean, that's something that I can definitely forego in regards to what benefits I'm getting from everything else. Now, I've tried out a lot of different headphones. I mean, I'm not an audiophile, but the ones that I was looking at in that $200 to $300 price range, I tried out. You know, I've tried out the Beats, I've tried these out, I've tried the Bang & Olufsen, they were slightly higher priced. I've tried out the Sennheisers, and a bunch of others. I can't remember off the top of my head. But in terms of the cost, the build, and the quality of sound, you can't beat these. On Amazon, I believe the matte ones here were $280, but generally they start about $200, just over, on Amazon, and you can pick them up in the black or the white. These ones were kind of a hard find. I don't know how long they'll be available or not, but anyway, if you find them, you know, that's great. But this was these are definitely a go. So I tried it out with the iPhone, and I found the sound to be, again, the best on the iPhone. Now, again, I don't have every single phone on the market, so there may be phones that might sound better. But from what I have in my lineup, the iPhone 6s Plus was the best in terms of sound reproduction, volume levels, clarity, and quality. I also tried it out on the Huawei 6P, the Nexus 6P, and the sound was good. If you gave this a 10 out of 10 in terms of sound output and quality on the same headphones, I'd give these about a 7. And in terms of the Samsungs that I own, the GS7 Edge, the Note, and the GS6 Edge Plus, those would be like an 8.5, 9. Very close to the iPhone, but not quite there. And you know, maybe there are some phones, like maybe the HTC One, the M9, M8, might have a slightly better digital audio signal coming out. So I have Nassif does have the M8, so I will be testing it on those, and I can give you feedback maybe on the Twitter, on our Twitter feed. But guys, definitely a go. I would say, go for it. The sound is unbelievable. Quality is great, and I had them on for an hour. I didn't even feel like I had them on. Super lightweight, super comfortable, and there's definitely, I don't see a downside here at the moment, other than that minor soundstage issue that I was having, and that's only because I know a little bit about audio because I used to do a lot of audio work, but I wouldn't consider myself an audiophile. Definitely not. But as you can see here, you got the embossing on the top on the headphones. Looks great, and these do fold right up. There you go, something like that. And this is the cable I've got hanging off, as my my table is kind of small where I work. So these should fold up nicely once I get the cable off and head into the pouch for their storage. So that's it, guys. This has been the unboxing and my impressions of the Audio Technica headphones, the MX50, the M50Xs, my apologies. And again, this is the limited edition matte gray color. If you can find these are awesome. They look fantastic in person, much better than even the videos showing. So for sure, go for it. If you have questions, please leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer for you. Please subscribe. Please forward this on if you have anyone that might be interested in some headphones. And again, guys, appreciate all the views, appreciate all of the support we've been getting. And this is him. I'm out. Peace.